Alright. Now, I was thinking, right, of who I should give one for all to. And I know I put down in a poll, but I couldn't think of the other person. I wanted to put Uraraka. Just because, I mean, think about it. This would be something 100% different. So I do apologize kind of for the people that did put it down in the poll and wanted Deku to have it. Also, I looked up some shit about Sonic, and now Deku, his personality will represent Sonic's. And Sonic's personality sums up as carefree, he loves to run, he can't stay in one spot for too long, and he never gives up. He's almost like an Asta, but with super speed, but like, he never gives up, and he doesn't disbelieve in his abilities, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because it's gonna play into the reason why he would deny One for All. So, apologize now. So this is how it is. We're gonna continue right off from when they were asked about One for All. Deku stands up. Oh, by the way, this Deku, All Might was gonna give both of them a special present. Like right after he asked, he said, before you answer this, he gave them a special present, right? What he gave Deku was some special red shoes. He had one of his friends make it for him. Some special shoes and an upgrade to his mask to where it can like recheck. So basically the mask is like kind of on him. So it's like if y'all ever watched Dragon Ball Z, how like Cooler has like this weird little mask that's a part of him where like he powers up and he so it's kind of like that. It's like a little device. Even though he can get hit right there, it's like a little device, and if that makes any sense. So that's what Deku gets. Bakugo gets let's see, what would he get? Trying to think. Explosions, heat. Probably say, I want to say he gets something to help him out. He doesn't get little grenades. I want to say Bakugo gets like a spa treatment or some shit, right? This spa treatment specialized just for him, to where he's gonna go get super heated up, and it'll allow him to control his explosions better. Plus, the area he goes to spa to or whatever is like resistance to all types of explosions. So that's what he gets. He gets more training, while Deku gets like an outfit boost because his shoes have never run down. And All Might kind of said he's working on the clothes for him before he starts before they do the entrance exam. So that's gonna be like something that helps him out. Bakugo's like, dang, so we just gonna leave me out? He's like, no. And then All Might was like, you won't really need much, young Bakugo. But I do have something in the works for you. Basically, it's gonna be like a specially designed base suit. So it's gonna be similar to what he had in Canon, where he had that black tee, black tank top. But like his outfit, instead of just being primarily his gloves, it's gonna have like elbow pads and like knee pads and like leg pads. Plus, he won't wear shoes, or won't wear shoes nearly as much, due to the fact that now he can control the explosions from basically any part of his body. So his whole outfit will be similar, but it will be made out of like slightly different material for him to explode from any point of his body. Okay, so with that being said, or whatever, we're gonna start it off with, so which one of you want to get One for All? They both look at each other, nod, because this Deku has a lot more confidence, not due to him having a quirk, I'm retconning, but due to him having a quirk like Sonic. So he's like, he believes in his ability and his speed, and he's just like, look at it, and they both saying harmony, nah, we're good. All Might shocked. What? But but don't you want to become the number one hero? Deku looks at Bakugo, says, I got this one. Yes, we will, but we don't need a handout. Even though we worked hard for it, some worked more than others. Looking at Bakugo, we don't need it. Hell, I know breakdancing, which helps me with my kicks. That's his main thing. He does punch though. Helps me with my kicks. I'm super fast. and he's slightly blue. He's not like normal skin color or normal Japanese color. He's like slightly blue. I'll say his hair is blue too, or like a tint of blue, so like blue and green or some shit to that effect. And so they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm like, plus this dude over here, he thinks he's God sent when reality he isn't. But I digress. In the background you hear about go, what did you say, Blue? What did you say, Hedgehog? Or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And so that fucking happened. Then All Might was just kind of baffled by this. So he was like, all right, I'll contact y'all the second your outfits are done, blah blah blah. And he's like, all right, we'll just keep training in the meantime. We'll just keep training in the meantime. You know what I mean? So they're training off in the meantime, and meanwhile, All Might's doing something, and he sees something out in the water, and he's like, "What is that?" But he's past his limit. They already talked about it. They already know it passes its limit, and they looks off in the distance. I'm gonna say there's about 2 weeks ish before the exams, just to give her a little time. All Might's like, what is that? He sees a little kid. He's like, I want to help, but I'm already out of my time limit. Meanwhile, he sees a girl with a round face flying in the sky. Boom! Grabs the kid and says, I don't know what she says when she does a little quirk. She flies up. And then, but it doesn't work because she's like still tired. So like the shark do a big body and just wiggle, and they're like, I'm about to eat. And so what ended up happening is right before she gets eaten, she's like, release. But like before she could really even do that or say much about that, guess what's coming? Oh my, he's like, flex, and he kicks, kind of what Deku said, did hit a nerve, kicks the shark, bam, grabs both of them. Later on they talk, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he tells her, he's like, hey, what if I could told you I could, basically she gets one for all. I'm not going to go through the whole little thing. The only difference is instead of Deku, it's Odoraka. And so she's like, So meanwhile, these two kids are training at the beach, and Odoraka is being like confused, like what's going on, and it's All Might. So what ended up happening is they're all talking or whatever, and then Bakugo's like, who is this round face? And blah blah blah. Deku speeds up to her and like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Like, I don't think don't worry about it. Really kind of fast. He's speaking a little bit fast because he's still in the middle of training. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of fast and stuff. So I mean, I run around, I see a lot of things. I don't really always talk about it, but hey, it's cool. You know, whatever. It's all right. Nice to meet you. My name's Deku. Izuku Midoriya. There we go. Izuku Midoriya. That's Bakugo Mitsuki. But I call him Kacha. We're childhood friends. So he gives her like the full lowdown. Don't worry about his attitude. That's just like his defense mechanism. Anyways, I gotta go back, and you might want to move two clicks to the left. Here you go. Get back here. I don't know what he would call him. I think he would say like Blueberry. Get back here, Blueberry. All right. Don't regret this. Explosion passed both through where Uraraka is and a little further to where All Might is. Get back here. I still need you to be a punching bag. He's like, I can't be a punching bag if you can't touch me. Gotta touch me. Damn it. So they fight. But also, Deku is dummy strong. He's just really been focusing on his like martial arts and all his basics, but he's a lot faster. Like he can reach speeds of supersonic speed and like sound barrier speeds. Because I told you, like he does a 50K run every day, but like that's just for a warm up. And he also likes to break dance and stuff. So like he centers around kicks and stuff. So he's really just doing the lower speed to help out Baku. Like he's low key good. He's not like OP, but he's still dummy good. And because he likes to be free, so he loves to run around. Plus, his stamina it doesn't really have a cap. Like he can get tired, but like it takes a while for him to get tired. The only reason I'm saying this is play a Sonic game. Have you ever seen Sonic just, whew, I'm a little tired. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Stop lying. You haven't. And so now what's gonna happen is Odoraka's gonna get one for all. Then she's gonna get a power boost. She's not necessarily physically inclined, but she's also not weak either. So I don't really understand how her quirk works. So all I understand is if she does this, she levitates. And she's also able to touch other objects, make them levitate, and make them come down. Right? So what I'm gonna say happens with this is when she gets one for all, her weakness of the quirk goes away dramatically. Wait, no. She's able to levitate bigger objects and stuff. She has the similar drawback, but the only difference is it's not equivalent. So for example, let's say she lifts up a couple of objects, she holds them for, I don't want to put time to this, but just for a point of reference, 5 minutes, she starts getting nauseous, right? She's able to lift twice or a good chunk more of that without necessarily using one for all, just the initial power boost from that for 5 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So she's able to do more in the same amount of time that she was able to do little, if that makes any sense. Also, she has the normal one for all, like, power boost. So while she was trying to get used to that or whatever, Deku stopped training with Bakugo and started training with her for a little bit while Bakugo and All Might was training. And so how this would happen is he would be helping her learn some basic martial arts, because like he learned some basic martial arts. He teaches some martial arts. Blah blah blah. Boom, 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 boom. They're doing some fighting for a couple of days or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. She learns how to really do a good amount of kicks and stuff. And he slows it down or whatever just for her to practice the motions and actually making contact and all that good stuff. And then we're going to go around to the point where... she actually started getting good with it. And then she understood what All Might meant. So she's like at... I'll say like a clean 5%. So she's able to keep up. So as she gets stronger and faster, Deku raises it up like twice or a little bit more than what she is just to keep it going on with her. But before they knew it, they were moving so fast that All Might and Bakugo couldn't see it. So Uraraka's probably like at a clean 30% right now, right? And Deku's low-key moving pretty fast, but Bakugo is upset. So this would be around like the end of the first week. Bakugo's upset because he's never seen Deku move this fast when they were training. And he's like, was he holding back on me? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, Bakugo's parents and stuff, they knew he was holding back because they've seen him run around the city. Like, they'll be walking and then they'll just see like a little blur, but they're like, yep, that's I don't know what Deku's mom's name is, but that's his boy. Whatever Deku's mom's name is, that's what they would say. Ugh. But they'd be like, yep, there he goes. And then they could see him off in the distance. He's really nice. So that happened. And like they kept getting faster and faster and stronger. And like, so they were just kind of like going. So she's at like 40%. And they're like going. They eventually like speed up so fast that like Deku's just jumping off of the air, but like he's only doing this because he's like in a hyper state. He jumps off in the air, and like he starts like throwing some good hands, and Uraraka starts throwing some good hands, and Uraraka like grabs him, and like puts her hand, so he starts floating. And then like she like starts like running in the surrounding area, which is kind of mimicking Deku's movement, but also Bakugo's movement because she's seen how he moves and stuff when they were training originally. So what she ended up doing is making like a sandstorm, right? But like since it was floating as she was touching it, she's almost like she's kind of controlling it, right? The reason I say she's kind of controlling it is because she's using the wind that isn't, but touched by her, and using the sand, and then so it's like basically all in this like whirlpool of sand. And then she releases Deku. she like releases Deku, which I'm gonna say she's able to choose what she releases due to One for All because I said it and I don't want to go back because I'm in the zone right now. And then when she releases Deku, all the sand is just kind of like piled up, and then like she like clenches her fist and claps the stand, and the sand is just moving everywhere. And then Deku has to like bowl up and start spinning to protect himself. And like she kind of pushes the air out, and all that sand's going. And then she says, "Release," and the sand's going behind Deku, and then, like it's showering down on him. And he's using this momentum, and he makes up a new technique that he can only do in this particular moment. And he's like, "Sandball!" So like he starts spinning, homing at her, and then she like takes a stance, and like this is her limit. She's reached at 50%, and it's flowing through all her body. Her hair is standing up. She has this pink S aura around her, just similar like Deku, but it's pink now. And then she takes this stance, and like she just like rallies up the strongest punch she can muster, while Deku's coming at her with the strongest kick he can muster, and boom, sand goes everywhere. A strong kick from him, a strong kick from Deku, and a strong punch from Uraraka. Uraraka takes the kick after she blocks it, grabs him, holds him with her pinky so he doesn't float. And then when he tries to like punch her, he like touches the hand, and that hand starts to float. And then like he goes for a kick, he touches that. She touches that, and that starts to float. And then so like he has parts of his body floating, and he's like, all right, bet. He starts vibrating, right? And so since he's vibrating or whatever, he can't really float because like he's vibrating so fast, air is passing through him. So he like goes down to the ground. Uraraka's like in the zone. You know how she like zones out? So she's kind of in the zone, just, where is he? Where is he? So what Deku was doing while he was underground was he was like kicking up a storm. And then like he popped out of nowhere because he solidified his body, similar to what, not Mandetto. It was that one dude that had the phasing quirk. Similar to what he was doing, right? So what he ended up doing is the second he became solid or whatever, he immediately, but he made a lot of patches and holes in the sand, right? So he pops up like from a distance, but he's moving so fast that it's actually a speed clone. And like she tries to like, she kicks, but it's like a compact air kick. And like with sand, so she can actually control gravity without touching it. I'm gonna say it's like progressively getting better. If work with me here. And so she kicks, but she realizes, but it's a second too late, and she sees Deku all the way over there, and she said, "Oh, I see, tough." And boom, she's like, "Wait, I'm not done yet." She touches all the sand around her, and like she does her little quirk, does the thing, and now she's floating up in the air, and then like Deku's like coming, he's like running. And he starts running on the air, but he has to be like not at his top speed, but he has to be at a certain speed. And he's like, and like he's like somersaulting up, spinning, coming in with a mighty kick that's about to do some big body damage. Uraraka is starting to feel the effect and starting to get a little nauseous. So her hands are shaking a little bit, and she's just kind of like, not yet. Gotcha, Deku. He's like, goes for the kick. Release. She has to take the blunder below, so she focuses a good chunk of One for All in her hand. She gets sitting down. He's like, what are you talking about? Raspberry blueberry above you. He's like, above me. Oh no. You remember all that sand she was collecting when she was doing all that or whatever, right? She kept hitting sand, and she never particularly released all this sand. So all this sand is slowly but surely collecting up, right? And it basically made a condensed ball of sand from all the speed, from all the wind, and it basically like condensed in. And that was coming straight for Deku. Deku was in the middle of the air, so he couldn't gain any traction, any speed, and he was just like Cause like he basically used most of his speed and he can't just like start running on air, so he's sitting there falling like, uh, fuck. I guess I gotta do it. He eats like two of his pills. He puts his arm out. He's basically flat, and then his whole body starts to vibrate, and he goes into the little ball. So he starts generating a lot of speed and a lot of force. And this is hard for him to do while he's in midair. If he was on the ground trying to do this, he'd be good. But he's like generating a lot of force with basically nothing to make friction off of. And he's spinning. And then it makes a small little tornado. And then Deku unvibrates while having this little speed or a lot of kinetic energy into his hand. And then he's like cocks his hand back and just but he also realized the hand he decided to do that one was with the hand that was still grabbed by Uraraka. And meanwhile, Uraraka's on the ground, says release. And so that he got used to it, but the second she released it, it became back to normal gravity. So then he was like, oh. And he looks at the ball, and he only hit like half the ball, so he still has a lot coming at him. Uraraka's out of the fight, basically. That was her last trump card. And so Deku's just like, crap biscuits. She's like, new technique, sandstorm shower. And there's, and Bakugo, All Might, they're both baffled at what they're just seeing. And then Bakugo's like, round face, what did you do? Did you kill Blueberry? And then Blueberry, later on, he's like, I'm good. Okay. Blood coming out, sand everywhere. He's able to heal, so like, it doesn't matter if his eyes got his correlate like got cut. I can't pronounce the word right, but it's just like the front part of your eye. And like it doesn't matter, he'll heal pretty fast, but like not in the middle of the fight. So he's like walking up, he's like, I'm not done. She stands up. They're both tired, they both take a stance. Uraraka's like, so you want to call it one? Hell no. Punches her with like 3 lightning quick punches. Uraraka hits him with a good strong one for all karate chop. Deku stumbles, Uraraka stumbles. The only reason I would say he's tired or to justify it is due to the simple fact is he used moves that wasn't really fit for mid-air combat. So I'll say that's why he's tired. So he's like, fuck you. So they go in for that last little final clash. Deku hits her with like multiple hits. She hits him with one good strong one for all punch. He still stands, but like he's out of energy. She gets lit up. And then they basically like crumble down to their knees and like headbutt each other and just like they just pass out from exhaustion. And that's where we're gonna leave part 2. Hope y'all enjoy.